What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my first figure review in years. It's like when Jay-Z comes out of retirement. This is me coming up back for another figure review, another Play Arts Kai figure review. What made me come back? What made me come back to the world of action figures? It had to be the new Final Fantasy VII Remake from Square Enix. Made me come back and I got that full line. They came up with tons of the whole lineup of the Final Fantasy VII party. And we got Cloud as the first one up. This is the version 2 of Cloud. I think there was a version 1 that came out before the game was even done. I waited to see what modifications, and yet there was some modifications to the character. So we're gonna get straight into it. We're gonna open up the box. I've never even seen this thing in person. We're doing some live reactions / review, let you guys know, is this a good figure to pick up? So here he is in the flesh. Cloud himself. This figure stands about, I think, a foot tall. They're very similar to the other Play Arts Kai figures. They're all similar in height. I like the taller figures. I feel like I'm getting more bang for my buck, and there was a lot of buck. These figures have always been kind of on the more expensive side, and this one joins that. I believe after shipping here to America, it costed me around $150, and that's what you're looking at for this figure plus the shipping from Japan. I'm not sure if you're getting it from Amazon or whatever, and they include that price in there. I don't know, but I paid about $150 for it. Very highly detailed. I do like the Play Arts Kai line. My biggest complaint in all these videos, I'll make sure to say it, is the faces. This face looks good. I don't have any complaint. The faces kind of all have a similar mold to them, I believe, in the Play Arts Kai line. But man, do they nail the clothing? Do they nail the weapons? Do they nail all the accessories on this? I mean, just look at this. Look at the hair. Look at the freaking detail on the shirt, the ruffles on the pants. I've never seen a Play Arts Kai figure that never wowed me on the detail side of things. It's always been the faces that have been hit or miss, but I do like the face on Cloud this time around. There's been other Cloud figures or other Final Fantasy figures or whatever where it's like, man, I know the Titus one from Final Fantasy X where Play Arts Kai just did not quite get it, but this one does. He comes with several different hands here, so there's some that are for, it's kind of hard to show these freaking tiny things and on a black table. Gotta use this freaking thing, but hope you can kind of see that. There's these different where you can grip the sword, which I'll show in a second. The Buster Sword, the classic Buster Sword. Another one where you can hold it in different hands. Some that are just like this, if you want them, give them a cool little waving to his friends, the classic Cloud wave. There's some where he's, okay, it's another grip thing, another hand thing, another gripping the sword. And then there is this, which I had to look in the instruction booklet to see, what is this extra accessory for? And this right here, if you can see, it just looks like this little tiny part. And what this is for is that this sticks onto Cloud's back, where I love that they did this. This is very hard to do on figures. When you're trying to stick an accessory like a gun or something or a sword or whatever, they usually put a hole in the figure's back, and I like that they actually incorporated it right into the design of Cloud, where his little buckle, I don't know what you'd say, suspenders, I don't know what the frick it is, that little circular thing that looks normal when it's left in, you can take that out and put this in there and then put this onto the sword. I guess I'll just show this right now, but this goes into one of these holes or whatever. I don't know where. I'm gonna look stupid now because I don't know everything about the sword. Okay, one of these holes or whatever, and then that sticks on his back. There it is on his back, looking like a classic pimp Cloud. I think that fits great. There's no jiggling in the, putting it back there. It's not gonna fall off. It feels very secure on his back. You just take this little piece off, the little piece on the middle there that I showed earlier, and it goes straight onto his back and secures on there. It looks totally natural. It doesn't look like there's freaking holes like other stuff. That it's very subtle. It blends in very well. But that's it for the accessories. We'll go into the sword too, but just the hands and then the sword I'm about to get into. I'm fine with that. I don't need 18,000 accessories. They sit in a freaking case in my closet until I change them out and want to try something new with them. But I'm fine with that. I think the detail on the figure is worth the price alone. I don't need 30,000 different accessories. But if you're someone that's an accessory head, look out, because there's not much to go on this figure. Okay, and here is the Buster Sword. It's pretty long. I would guess maybe 8 inches. I don't know. It stands kind of with Cloud now that I'm looking at it, but I think that stands really close to his height. Yeah, I think it's the same height as Cloud. So they did nail the likeness of the Buster Sword. Ungodly huge, ungodly. I don't know how his little skinny arms can wield it, but he does. But I like the detail on this. Final Fantasy VII Remake had a great realistic kind of flair to it, but it was stylized realism. I think that's the perfect blend of, hey, this doesn't look exactly realistic, but it had amazing graphics. And you can see here, there's little, it looks like cuts, like the blade has been used right on there. It's very subtle, but it goes up along the blade. I really like that. But that goes up along the blade. Let me get it focused here, but right up along the blade. But yeah, the detail always on Polaris Kai stuff, always good. The next thing I want to comment on might be something that some people are watching this that buy more Polaris Kai than I have lately are going, yeah, duh, it's been that way for a while. But I just want to give kudos. I haven't been able to yet for the new stand, how they're doing the stands. Now, before, the way they used to do the stands, if you look back at some of my older videos, if I even show it, there was an obnoxious way they did it. They put a blister pack on the back of the packaging, like in the inside, and you'd have to rip that off, and it really uglied up the whole inner of the packaging. And they had these plastic kind of stands in there. I have 18 million of them. But I really, really like this one. This one is, now they're kind of a black opaque. I also like on these stands that you can actually customize. They give you 2 different size heads on them. I'm using kind of the bigger one, which maybe I shouldn't have used for the skinniest person on planet Earth, but here we are. But I'm using kind of a bigger head to kind of grip him. And it's very customizable, like I said. You don't have to put in any bolts. Maybe this is old news for some people, but this is newer to me coming back into Polaris Kai. But I like these customizable stands. If stuff keeps falling over, if you got him in a position where he can fall, I think you could even kind of have him kind of leaning or lunging better in some of these stands with using these types of stands. So I like that there's a choice between kind of the bigger or the smaller one, which I'm showing right here next to him. So this is kind of the smaller one. You can kind of grip a leg, grip an arm, grip a neck. I don't care, whatever you want to do. You pay her $50, you can grip anywhere you want. Don't quote me on that. So would I recommend the Final Fantasy VII Remake Cloud from Polaris Kai? Yes, I would. If you've got $150 or around there, depending on where you live, depending on taxes, sales tax, whatever that crap, I really like Polaris Kai. I have 8 billion Metal Gear Solid 5 Polaris Kai. I have a couple Final Fantasy 10 Polaris Kai, and I love the scale of them. I love the detail on them. They're my go-to figures in that regard. I think my favorite's still Figma, but these, nobody touches this scale for the price that you're getting nowadays. Very posable. You can put them in 18 different poses. Like I said, you have the different hands that he comes with. I like that you can just have him chilling with the sword in the back. I love them so much, and I love the style so much. I do have the other Final Fantasy VII Remake party members, Sephiroth, Aerith, Barrett, all of those. I've got those pre-ordered because I just really loved this game a ton. I loved what they did with the remake. So look forward to those videos in the future. So I would recommend, if you have the money to spare and you really like Final Fantasy VII, this is a great figure for the price. It is getting up there, but also they don't make a lot. I feel like they just don't make reproductions of these. I don't think they have second runnings of these as well, because I see a lot of these. Some people even go comment, I've seen recently on my old Metal Gear Solid 5 videos, they get on there and they say, you know, check eBay. You know, I love the figures. I'm not gonna, you know, resell them anytime soon, but they were going for like $500, $600, and I only paid $140 at the time when I bought them in 2013, whatever, 2014. So I will say, if you have a fear of missing out, these are the figures, maybe the fear of missing out. I don't know when they actually do a second running of PlayArt's Kai. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Again, I would recommend, if you've got $50 to blow, at least on Cloud. He's a main character. You got to check him out. So if you enjoyed, please feel maybe to hit the thumbs up, subscribe. All that stuff helps the channel. We do gaming podcasts monthly. We also do some gaming streams. And then if there's sick figs coming out, I do a figure review. So thanks for watching. Have a great figure buying experience, I guess.
You did it!
Yeah.
Hmm?